Radioactive particles in the Pacific sediment could mark the beginning of a new epoch. And not many people are paying any attention to this concerning what's still happening with Fukushima. The Anthropocene is the name some scientists are giving to the current geological epoch, marked by the point in time when human activity started having a significant impact on the geology and ecosystems of our planet, not least through climate change. Now scientists think they have precisely determined the beginning of the Anthropocene through particle biomarkers, radioactive material discovered in marine sediments, and corals in the Northwest Pacific Ocean off the coast of Japan. That material comes from the atomic test carried out in the region during the 1950s and represents a clear change in the ocean environment. Based on the collected data, the research team proposes that the Anthropocene epoch began in 1954. They said our task was to find clear indications of fallout from the 1950s up to 1963, when testing largely stopped. We took core samples from the Bay Area, and there are clear signals of the plutonium from fallouts. This is what geoscientist Yusuke Yokoyama from the University of Tokyo in Japan says. He says, however, we also collected coral skeletons from the island of Ishigaki, southwest of Okinawa, which contained fallout. Comparing sediments to corals allows us to more accurately date the signatures we see in the sediments. He says, now what makes the collection and collation of these samples so difficult is that sediments can be dispersed over a wide area and moved very easily by ocean currents and other factors. This meant cross-referencing sediments with corals that are fixed in place as that was crucial. In the same way that trees do, corals have distinct rings that correlate to specific years of growth. While they don't give scientists as much information about the state of the water, they are a good complement to the sedimentary materials in terms of dates. A variety of chemical analysis techniques were used to study the slices of sampled sediment in detail, including accelerator mass spectrometry, or AMS. It deploys accelerated ions in order to identify individual isotopes in sediments. It was challenging to analyze plutonium within our samples, as during the period in question, 3 tons of plutonium were released into the sea and atmosphere, but those 3 tons dispersed far and wide. So we're actually looking for incredibly small signatures, Yokoyama said. Officially speaking, the geological epoch that we're currently in is the Holocene. It started roughly 11,700 years ago, and scientists from numerous fields think that the major shifts we've seen in recent decades, mostly triggered by humans, need to be recognized. At the moment, no one can really decide when the Anthropocene should start, the Industrial Revolution perhaps, or the start of the rise in carbon emissions. But for the scientists behind this new study, there is a distinct point at which it begins. Yokoyama says this work is important not just to solidify the definition of the Anthropocene, but also because the successful use of our methods means it could also be used to improve clean ocean climate models, or even help explore past tsunamis and other geological hazards. This has been published in scientific reports, and it's on Science Alert by David Neal. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support, and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.